Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Fantasy Career Mode here with Alfa Romeo on Motorsport Manager. We're back here with now round number 9 at the British Grand Prix at Guildford. If you did miss the last episode uploaded about 4 or 5 days ago, be sure to check that one out before you see this one. The best race of the season so far. Really big episode in terms of what happened there, and coming off the back of that, feeling good for this one. And I think that's why it took a few days for this episode to come out. I had to have a break. I had to, really compose myself, take a lie down rest after the end of that episode, because it was much needed. Celebratory rest, I think you should say. Now we move into this episode. I don't actually really know what we're doing at the moment. We're waiting for the car to be repaired. I think there is an engine being finished, so we've got stuff to do straight away then. So brand new engine made, so let's get onto that and start working with that. So we're going to take these 2 brakes off. We don't need that on the reliability. So you can see the new engine is only 1 point lower than our current 2. Reliability wise, obviously low, so we're going to add that to the reliability. Also the performance, I'm going to adjust that to about 9.1. So it's going to still work on the performance, but mostly on the reliability, just to make sure we can get that up to a 95% sort of level where we can actually use it in the race. And then we're going to go straight ahead into designing a brand new part. Now, in terms of which one we pick, I'm not too sure. Obviously, we've got a brand new engine, so that's not an accurate representation quite yet in terms of where we are in that pecking order. We've already made a lot of gearboxes. Well, we made 2 brand new ones, so I don't fancy doing that straight away. So we've got brakes, the 2 wings, and the suspension left. Now, in terms of, well, it says crucial for these 2, but that's the very next race. So obviously, that won't get made for the very next race. So let's have a look here for the rest of the season, what really we're kind of looking at. So we've got top end speeds crucial, but we got brakes and high speeds, brakes and low speeds. We got medium speed in the brakes. This time we got the 2 wings, and we got the wing and the suspension, and then we've got the wing, and that's it, because we already got the engine and acceleration there kind of worked on. So brakes come up quite a few times. Also, the low wing, the front wing comes up a few times as well. Now, let me look here. In terms of, I kind of feel like I want to go for rapid improvement. And so you can see the wings take the least amount of time, 17.7 days, whereas the brakes take a few more days, 31. So, and in terms of the pecking order, we're 9th on brakes, but we're 10th on the front wing. So I think I'm going to go for the front wing. By the time that gets made, that's going to be made in time for the next Grand Prix, I think. So that'll be the Belgian Grand Prix, where it's crucial. And it's crucial then for the Singapore Grand Prix. The rear wing's crucial for Milan, but obviously also the engine's crucial for there. And the engine will be more of a deciding factor. So I think that's why I'm going to go for the front wing, I think. So let's go for that. See what we got in terms of perks. Looks like that one's the best one, really. Plus 25 to max. That's a decent chunk. It's going to cost us 2 million and get done 2 days after the race. Yeah, I think that's decent enough. So let's go ahead and build that. So front wing on the way. We've got the engine that we just got being mended and on the mend. So let's move through here into the... Oh, we got a bit of a pause here on choosing a vote. So Jean Todt, it occurs to me occasionally that the team principals may be interested in taking, tabulating a particular motion to the GMA. So this is where, okay, so this is where we get to basically choose a rule change that we want to put forward for a vote to everyone, including me. Now, this is a good chance for us to put things in our favour, because I've got some extra votes saved up, so I could try and bend the rules a little bit to suit me. So I think maybe the best bet for us to do is something like a spec engine, because the engine is a big deal, obviously. It's a big chunk of performance, because it comes up pretty much every single race, barring maybe 2 or 3. It's at least useful minimum, and most of the time it's crucial. So if you have a spec engine, it also reduces costs as well, I think, because obviously we're going to spend less on having to make a new engine. We just spent, what was it, 4 million, I think it was? We spent 4 million on a brand new engine, and it took us 3 races to get that engine. If you remove that, we can go on and actually make other stuff instead of that engine, and so it will work out better for us. So I am going to pay 1 million. In the long run, it'll be better. So yeah, let's pay 1 million. And let's scroll through. I mean, we do have a other variety of rule changes we could go for. We've got track layout change, different pit stop changes, even changes to the point system. points for all drivers. We've come ahead of McLaren a few times, but both of us haven't scored points, and so that would mean we'd score more points. But I think really, honestly, that'll probably come back to bite us sometimes. So I think we're going to go for spec engines. I think that's the one I want to go for and have my eyes set on. So let's go for that. It's only going to benefit apparently Toro Rosso and me. And not a lot of people, including me apparently. It's not gonna benefit me apparently, but I think it will. So let's confirm. We've got extra votes. Rolling the dice. Let's see what comes of it. So that's going to come up in a few days' time. But I'm going to scroll through here and see what the engine reliability is now going to be like. So let's have a look here. We've got... Okay, so this engine's already better than what we had. And 61% on the reliability. So looking good. So let's move through there. We got the vote coming up. So that's kind of a nice pause area to kind of quickly look at the car. So 1 second. I want to look at the car. 72%, pretty decent, and 886, already much better than what we had. So, good stuff. I'm liking that. Right, vote. Let's go for it. So, the people who are for it are, well, I'm going to go for it, and then it's going to be me and Franz Tost from the Toro Rosso team. We've got against is Eric Boulier, Claire Williams, Manisha Kaltenborn, and Arriva Bene from Ferrari. The people undecided are people like Toto Wolff, Christian Horner, this guy from Force India, this guy, I can't remember his name, Gunther Steiner, I think, from Haas. There's a lot of undecided, so come on, let's do this. We've got 3 voting power, so that's me counting as 3 votes. I hope that's enough to swing this, to get the spec engine. Skip to the end, let's go. It's 3-2, it's 4-4, it's 6-6, it's been rejected. God damn it. God damn it. 1 bloody vote. That could have been Horner. Horner decided to save his vote. It's been rejected. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay, then. No engines. No spec engines for next year. Woe is me. Well, we tried. We threw the gamble and we just threw away 1 million, basically, trying to make it work. Oh well, onwards and upwards. You can't win them all, can you? You can't win them all. So now we move on. Let's quickly have a look at the engine once again. What are we saying? 83%, pretty decent. So by the time we get to the British Grand Prix, we should be on about 94%, I would hope. Let's see. Move through. 1 day left. Let's quickly have a look. We are on 90%. So let's quickly move that to 10. And then in 1 day's time, what's that going to do to the reliability? What's that going to do? It's going to move it to 96. There you go. Boom. Sorted. So I'll move that back to performance. And I'm pretty happy with that. So let's move forward then to the British Grand Prix. It's going to be raining in practice, dry in qualifying, and dry in the race. So hopefully that means possibly that the AI and myself don't get a lot of knowledge on the dry tyres. And so all of us are kind of in an unknown. So it kind of levels the playing field somewhat on the dry tyre running. For the race and quali. So there's the hope. But it's high tyre wear, so I'm going to take a lot of soft and medium tyres here. We'll take 6 mediums, 5 softs, and then 4 super soft tyres. In terms of fit parts, I'm going to fit on the engine to Leclerc. We're going to give this better one to Gio then, the next best. And in terms of everything else, pretty much as we were. Yep, nothing else to change, so go back here, and we're ready to rock and roll to the British Grand Prix weekend. Probably a very useless practice session coming up. All right, going to send them out on the usual race trim setup, and in terms of the setup, I'm not too sure how this is going to go. I think I have some sort of memory from previous times I've played Guildford in terms of the suspension's usually quite hard, but you can see we've sent them out on mediums, but you can see clearly it's already starting to rain, but we're going to bring them in anyway, as we usually do, to get this setup kind of dialed in. But you can see the rain's going to come quite rapidly, so yeah, maybe not a lot of useful running. We'll get the race trim, obviously, even with intermediate tyres, but probably not a lot of dry running slick knowledge. Here we go. So pretty good setup on Gio there. 3 great straight away, so straight in 94%. Very, very decent. So trying to see which way we go with this now, because the tricky thing is now, when it's 3 greats, it's hard to tell which way I need to go. Let's have a look at Leclerc and see where he needs to go. Maybe that might give us an indication with Gio. So looks like maybe a little bit higher downforce needed, so maybe about that much there. Looks like the handling's okay. Speed balance, not so much. Maybe he wants more top-end speed. So let's go with that. Okay, maybe to there. Let's see how that works out for him. That might be horribly wrong. but we'll just have to see. So therefore with Gio, I'm going to bump that up a tiny bit. I'm going to bring that up a little like that, and we'll see how that works out. As I said, I might have just completely screwed it up. I'd sent them both out on medium tires again. I just realised by mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Should have kept them out on inters. We'll bring them in. And now I'll send them on inters. Looks like the rain's going to come back down, though. We've got 2 excellents and a great, so that's really good. So I'll send him out straight away on inters. Send out. Just go ahead. With Gio, though, we've gone backwards, though, on the acceleration. 93%, so excellent there. Great still on there. We've gone backwards there, so therefore let's bump this the other way then. So now we'll go the other way, basically, and see how that works out. Inters, send out both of them. Go do some laps. The rain's actually coming back down, though. I'm curious to see, does this go all the way to dry? If it does, we could actually get some decent dry tire running then, just at the end. Looks like it might. Looks like it might. So let's finish this run. Maybe get in... Yeah, let's finish. I'll let them finish the run, and by the time we get to about 12 minutes, then it'll be time for the full slick tires once again. Right, so I think by the end of this lap, they'll have all the running needed. So as we come through into the in-lap, they've actually got 1 level of inter-knowledge, so that's going to be, I mean, a bit useless, but any knowledge is better than no knowledge, I guess. Maybe not in this case, but their stints are, their setup's really good, so we'll go back on mediums, go for a really long race stint, and 8 laps just to the end of the session, really. I think just keep pounding around on the medium tires. That's the tire we're probably going to be using in the race quite a bit at the time. And as per usual, I don't think we'll have enough time really to do a qualifying stint. If I can, I'll try, but probably not. But we'll definitely get a level 3 in the race trim, I think, because we're already at 2 near enough. Right, bringing them both in. They've done their race runs. I'm now going to quickly try and see if we can maybe do a qualifying run on a new set of medium tires. Send out, qualifying, 2 laps, medium tires, send out, get going. Move, move, move. We've got about 3 minutes there, so maybe just enough time. Final minute of practice then, and it's going to be close. It's going to be close for both these attributes here. We come through to the final dying minutes. We've got 1 more lap left, and I think that's it. Yeah, the session's ended. They've crossed the line, and any knowledge has stopped. So we got level 2 on the medium tyres then. Didn't get level 1 qualifying. We did get level 3 in the race, and we've got level 1 on inters, just for the sake of it. So that could have gone worse. Obviously, as I said, the AI in the same boat then. And for qualifying, it's... Ooh, there's some rain. Okay. Okay, maybe the inters will be kind of useful. It's raining right now, so the game lied to us. We're starting on inters, and it's going to get wetter by the minute. Okay, very strange. Okay, the game completely lied to us. Right, so actually quite thankful I did that 1 level of intermediate tyre knowledge then. So we're going to start qualifying. Take qualifying. Since it's going to get rapidly wetter, you can see the full wets are probably going to be needed soon. So I'll send them straight out on inters. Send them both out at the same time because I can't afford to waste time here with the rain coming out quite fast. So I'm going to go all auto on both of them, and let's see what they get. Because I'm setting both of them at the same time. So they got perfect and overheated and cold and overheated. That's all right. But you can see the rain's really come down. So they might set a fast first sector, maybe a slower second and third sector. But you can see, look at that. The rain's now going to come rapidly back down. Is it going to go all the way to dries at the end? If it does, we could be in the money here, because by the time we come back into the pits, it could be time to go back out again for dry tyres. I think we could get a little bit lucky here. It's going to be a very odd qualifying session. Yeah, look, it's going to get dry enough right at the end. 2 minutes to go. It'll be dry enough for the slicks. So let's wait till the dying embers of this session. You know, the last 2 minutes, we only need, 1 minute 15 to go around the lap and start a lap. So, okay, we got 2 minutes left. Let's send Gio out on super soft tyres. And then we'll go okay, let's send Leclerc out now as well. Send him out, change the setup. We're on auto for Giovinazzi. We are going to take it off auto here. Let's see if we can do this manually with Leclerc. Sorry, Gio. I only have concentration for 1 person at a time. So let's do Leclerc, and we'll let Gio do his auto thing. So we'll come and feather the throttle here and try and get this as perfect as we can. Speed up, speed up. Perfect and overheated then for Leclerc. That's all right. He'll cross the line with about 20 seconds to go. That's decent enough. Obviously, they're going to set faster lap times than they did on the inters, but let's see how they do against everyone else. Also setting pretty fast lap times here as we get to the end of the session. Everyone's going to have 1 lap to do this. Across the line, it's 13th place for Leclerc. It's only 18th for Gio. That's a really, really good qualifying for Leclerc then. 13th place ahead of both Hasses. Yeah, the cars that, obviously, if you missed the last episode, we got ahead of McLaren, and we're just behind Haas by 1 point. So we start ahead of both Hasses in the Grand Prix. I'm not saying we're going to have the same kind of Grand Prix as we did in Germany, because I don't think there's any rain, maybe. I mean, you never know. The game lied about rain in qualifying, but if there is no rain in the race, I highly doubt we'll have a same sort of race like we did in Germany. But still, positive that we started ahead of Haas with Leclerc, and he can only go up. He's obviously got that perk to be good on the first lap. So at the moment, pretty dry, pretty bone dry. So let's see. Let's not tempt fate, but let's see. Right, mediums and race trim, because I'm going to count on I'm going to count on the fact there's no rain. There's no rain on the indicator. Let's hope the game hasn't completely lied to me. Car setup-wise, we're fine, although we're going to change the tyres, obviously. So let's look. 32-lap race. These tyres go 16 to 18. Probably, I don't know, we could make 18. If we could, we would be bang on for a one-stop. But I don't know if they would go 16. It's definitely possible. We'd have to be careful. If not, it's a two-stop with maybe 2 sets of mediums and 1 set of super soft tyres. So we'll start either way on the medium tyres, as we have done a lot of the time in the past. We'll go to the usual pushing and overtake mode, and we are good to go. Let's get going to 5 red lights then to the British Grand Prix. 18th and, more importantly, 13th place in the group with Charles Leclerc. And we're underway. So let's go. It's a pretty mediocre start, actually, from Leclerc. Straight away into turn 1. We're going to put this on auto. And Ricciardo's ran wide, apparently. Ran wide, I should say. Mix up my words. But we're up into 11th now. So, all in all, decent start there. Actually, down the inside of Renault there, Hülkenberg, and we're up into 10th place. So already in the top 10 with Leclerc. And Gio there, also getting up in the mix. He's into P12. So let's continue on like this. Continue to push, because the tyre temps are actually pretty damn low, actually, you can see. They're not even, just above the first third there. So we can actually continue to push on. I think that might be actually the tricky thing here today, where it might be like Russia, where we have to push the tyres to keep the tyre temps up. But that might also hinder the tyre wear. So although we are going to try and conserve the tyres, we also might have to push the tyres to keep the tyre temps up, because you can't have too low tyre wear, even if you want to conserve the tyres, because then the performance just isn't going to be there. So, I don't know. If we do have to run the tyres quite hard to keep tyre temps up, we might have to be forced into a two-stop, which wouldn't be the worst thing, but I feel like maybe we can make the one-stop work. That'll be the better option, just for us to maybe get a surprise points-paying position. At the moment, though, keeping up well in 9th place. I mean, Leclerc and Gio are both the 1 and 2 in any of the runners on medium. So that's a good start for us. Really good start. I'm going to use ERS here, I think, as we come through to the final corner. Try and push away from the Force India and catch up to Lance Stroll on the super soft tyres. Same for Gio. Let's try and push on through from 11th place. He's just ahead of Hülkenberg, and he's trying to catch Perez. So he's got a bit of a gap, thankfully, to Hülkenberg. And we're trying to get a gap to Perez, and we're trying to close up Perez with Gio. So kind of looking quite nicely here. Stroll's actually looking at the back of Verstappen there, so Verstappen's not looking too punchy. Verstappen and Massa, although both on soft tyres, everyone else on the super softs there in the top 10, apart from me, obviously, with Leclerc. But so far, so good with 3 laps gone. And actually, we're getting quite close to Stroll here, so it might be chance. Let's speed this up, and let's watch out as we go through the final corner now. Let's go with ERS, use that, close up a little bit into turn 1. We are pressurising Stroll, so it could be sooner rather than later we make a move here. Let's use the same for Gio down this straight. Try and push away again from Hulk. Let's see the gap. Looks like Gio's kind of falling away a little bit to Hulk, I'm not going to lie. And we are using a lot of fuel, so we need to move back down to medium, because we're now already minus 1.15. So let's calm it down on the fuel. Everyone's going a little bit more conservative on the tyres as well. But we're keeping the pace up on the tyres, because look at that. The tyre temps still aren't even up to the high. So that's what I'm saying. The fact that we're having to push the tyres to keep the tyre temps up may hinder the tyre wear itself. Because you can see we're on the same tyre wear as Hülkenberg on the medium tyres pretty much. So that's the only sticking point here. Here goes Perez, and he's got us. He's got us, which is fair enough, though, because he's on the softs. So now we are literally the best of the rest, really, on medium tyres. So let's calm things down. Let's go neutral and high. Neutral and high. I think that might be the way to go. We can save some fuel a little bit later on in the race, maybe. Right, 7 laps gone, and still 10th and 11th. The super soft runners may start to come in this lap now. Tyre temps are going down quite a bit, which is a little bit worrying, but the tyre wear is looking a lot better in terms of it stagnated a little bit compared to the super soft runners. And you can see, yes, we made an overtake on Perez. Nice stuff there, nice stuff. He goes side by side with us, but he doesn't come in, actually, so let's use a bit of ERS to get away from him then. So pace is looking good, pace is looking good. The medium tyres are now proving to be quite good. I'm just worried that the tyre temps are going down, though, a bit too much. So I might swap this. I might go to mediums on the fuel, but start pushing the tyres a little bit. Perez is back past us, actually, unfortunately, which is kind of weird. I think Perez is definitely pushing in for an in-lap, I think. I think that's what's happening here as he come through. No! Okay, Perez continues on. That was a bit weird. He overtook us. I assumed he was pushing. That's why he overtook us. The super soft runners are going quite far into this race. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about the tyre wear, actually, maybe. We're only 50% and we're lap 9, so we're about 50-50 gone through because we want to get to about lap 16, lap 17 to make the one-stop work, so I'm actually feeling a lot better about this strategy now. It's just about if we have the pace to continue on like this, because we have to save fuel at some point, and we have to go a little bit lower fuel. I think I might do that on the out lap, I think. And you can see the Mercedes cars overtaking us of Hamilton straight away. But we're probably good to go to lap 16, I think, I hope. Right, looks like Gio, he's swearing a lot on the radio. I think he got overtaken. Yeah, he got overtaken by Raikkonen and Bottas, and they held him up quite a bit. So I'm going to use a bit of ERS here to get him away. But I want to stay ahead of Magnussen here in 9th place. Obviously, now our kind of other main rival, apart from McLaren, are the 2 Haas cars. So we can stay ahead of them. That would be ideal. Leclerc, though, 4th place. He's got Hülkenberg right behind us. Let's use ERS to get away from the Renault. He's going to get held up either way by the Mercedes car. So let's go low fuel here. Let him pass. Come on, come on. Merc, get past. Merc, get past. Get past. Bottas. Just go down the inside, mate. Go down the inside. Please just overtake us. Dear God. Overtake us, Mercedes car, please. Okay, they're both going to overtake us here. Down the inside. Raikkonen there down the straight. Is he going to try and do us as well? I think he might. There we go. Now we're going to go pushing. And we're going to go medium fuel. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight as much as this. Hülkenberg's already made his pit stop, and now we're fine. But we saved fuel whilst they overtook us, so that was good. Right, we're lap 13. I could probably muster one more lap, I reckon. So that I don't. We're not gonna. It's gonna be very close to make this one stop work. Very, very close indeed. I'm gonna have to be careful here. Watch out, we don't lose too much pace. Or trying to stretch these tyres. I think Gio has maximum one more lap left in him. One more lap in him. Right, we're going to go overtake mode, and we're going to push in this lap. I think we need to come in for this lap now with Gio. He's 16% worn, so he's gone 14 laps. So another 14, 28 laps, and then a blitz on the super softs, perhaps. I think that's maybe what we're going for. We'll recharge the battery to 50%, I think, only. We're going to use all the ERS. And we're going to push in now, and we're going to go low fuel on the entry to the pit lane, and we're in now, so he's low fuel. Leclerc is 16%, let's push. So pit stop for Gio. He's on low fuel during the pit stop. Come on, no mistakes, please, no mistakes. Recharge to 54%, that's good. Auto, medium fuel, pushing out on the out lap, and we are very much behind Hülkenberg. But Hülkenberg's on super soft, so he's definitely doing a 2-stop. So I'm not feeling as bad now about having to come in a little bit earlier than I wanted to now on this stint. So looking okay. So we're going to go medium tyres again. Go fit. Ooh, actually, you know, with Leclerc, we could just about manage this. You know that. All right, we've gained a second there on that next lap. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. One more lap. Push. ERS all the way. Pit in this lap now. And we're going to go for mediums. We could actually make this work. Gio does not have the tyre wear for it. Leclerc seems to have the tyre wear for it. So we've used all of that. Let's go low fuel now on the entry. His tyres are going off the absolute cliff here. When is he coming in? All right, here's the pit entry. Going to go low fuel now to save that fuel we just used. He's in now. We didn't lose too much time there, I don't think. And it's a good pit stop there. We're on low fuel out the pits. Let's push. We're on auto now. Use some of that. And we're in 11th. Where are we? We are ahead of Gio. We're ahead of Stroll. We are behind Hülkenberg, but he's making an extra pit stop now, remember. And we are... Where's Magnussen? We're much ahead of Magnussen. So... I think we can make the one-stop work with Leclerc. It's just Gio did not have the tyre wear for it. So I'm going to be a bit more conservative now going with Leclerc. And we're going to have to push a bit harder with Gio. So I'm going to be in fuel save mode for both of them, but on the tyres, I'm going to push Gio a little bit harder. So let's focus on him. Let's just let Leclerc do his thing. Let's push away with some ERS here, and let's get a move on then. So going to medium now, because the tyre temps are going up with Gio, but it's a fine balancing act. You can see they rapidly go back down, so I'm going to push and medium, and it's a kind of a balancing act seesaw of doing that. Meanwhile, though, let's pause. 13 laps remaining. Where's Leclerc now at the moment? 10th place. He's ahead of Stroll still. The car's ahead of him. We're not fighting Ocon and Ricciardo. We are fighting Hulkenberg, though, and we're going well at the moment to fight him, so that's all good. Lap 23, Gio is on 51% tyre wear on lap 23. We're burning some fuel now to try and counteract a little bit of lack of pace at the moment in this phase of the Grand Prix. Leclerc's up the road in 8th place. His tyre wear is great. We're only now starting to push the tyres, and that's gained us instantly 2/10 there. We're still saving fuel with him. I'm confident Leclerc's strategy could work out here. It's just about Gio. I'm worried about him, about if he's going to fall far too back, because Hulkenberg's the man we're fighting, and he's only just there. So we have a lot of work to do if we need to stay, if we want to stay ahead of Hulkenberg with Gio. He was obviously behind Hulkenberg before, so obviously we're not actually. If we were to overtake Hulkenberg somehow with Gio, that would be a miracle, because we were a lot further behind Hulkenberg before. Really, I guess maybe if we stay ahead of Sainz, that'll be the great thing, to be honest. Saying that, we just got overtaken. Great. Alright, I'm going to use some ERS here. Come on. Ooh, Sainz is pitting now. So this is the time to start pushing it. He's overtaken. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Right, back up to 10th. We're ahead of Sainz. He's going to pit this lap for softs, I would imagine. We're going to continue to push on, and then we're going to come in for the Superstar tyres. I'm going to go medium now. I'm going to keep this on push. Let him wear out the tyres. Save that fuel now. That's good. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, where are you now, mate? Alright, you're good. 3/10 up. We're still saving fuel now. I'm going to go medium, and we're going to watch this space. Watch this space. Right, we're on lap 27, so we've got 5 laps to go. Do we pit now? I think we should. Let's go low fuel here. Let's push in. Verstappen's pitting as well. I think this is a good time to pit, so let's use all of that. Pit in this lap. Super Soft's going 9 laps, so yeah, let's go. Park conditions fine. Recharge 50%. Balance pit strategy. Right, we're going to be in with Gio. He comes in. Is it a good pit stop, please? Good pit stop. No mistakes, please. Thank you very much. Right, auto. Go on high. Pushing. Right, let's see how far up the order we can get. We're 21st place, so the one stop was the way to go, but Gio just couldn't manage it. Gio could not manage it. All right, situation lap 28. Leclerc, 8th place then. 41% tyre wear. Gio saying, yes, come on. I think he's just overtaken someone. We're pushing him like a stabbed rat. I don't know if it'll be enough by the end of this race, but we're trying our hardest. Bit of ERS here to catch up to that Sauber. And you can see a lot of people might be coming in, potentially, by the end of this race, or they're just going to be very poor and slow on the tyre wear. So I'm hoping that Gio has some lightning pace to catch up to them. Let's use some more ERS here down this straight, really catch up to this Sauber car. Use high again. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we've got a lot of fuel to actually use, 25% of it, plus 25 of it. We've got Ricciardo behind us. We'll get overtaken by Ricciardo. So maximum we could get in this race is 9th place, I'm hoping. Which I really hope can be possible. If it is, I will be so happy. I'll be so happy. And we've got a lot of ERS here, so let's use some down this straight and push on a little bit. Not a lot of it, because I want to save that for the last lap of the Grand Prix when the tyres really start to go off here, which they inevitably will. Let's go high fuel. And let's just monitor this at the moment. The tyre temp's shooting up a little bit for Gio, so let's go back down to medium. We're up into 19th place, though, ahead of Grosjean. Good work there by the Italian. Medium. Let's use some more ERS. Let's catch up to Sainz if we can. He was the man we're fighting, really, with Gio, so we can beat our respective Renault counterparts. I think that'll be a job done. So Gio, I need to try and beat Sainz with Gio, and I need to hope I can keep on beating Hulk with Leclerc. And if I can do that, I'll be happy. Even if Gio's nowhere near the points with Leclerc, I'll be happy if he can beat Sainz. But Sainz just overtook Palmer there, so let's see. And also, Gio's getting attacked now by Grosjean, which is not great. Let's go high. Let's use some ERS down this long right-hander here. And we've got Palmer pitting. So now we've got fresh air to try and catch up to Sainz. We've got 2 laps left. May as well go full-out attack now and just go for it, honestly. Just go for it. Really shred the tyres. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, our tyres are going off, 24%. Ooh, 2 laps left. Like, let's go neutral. We've got some fuel. We're using CRS to go auto to defend from Ricciardo. I honestly don't think we need to defend from Ricciardo as hard as that, though. But, alright, I'm so nervous now. I'm so nervous. Yeah, I know the tyres are warm, mate. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Right, final lap of the Grand Prix. Where is Gio? Gio's up into 16th place. Sainz is just up the road, and he's gaining 1.1 a lap. That is rapid. We're on low fuel, though. Medium, again, to save that. We've got ERS. You know what? Let's use some ERS here. Use ERS on this little straight. Let's go to ×2. Use it down. Go back to auto. Okay. Okay, we're getting closer. Where is Leclerc? We're on to the final lap of the Grand Prix. This will be around the final stretch. We're still 8th. We're still ahead of Ricciardo. And we've got fuel to burn. We've got ERS to help as well. So let's go ERS and let's go overtake mode and let's push on. Right, the race is ending. We've gained half a second there, and we're still ahead of Ricciardo. Hulkenberg's overtaken Ricciardo. Hulkenberg up to 9th. We could finish in 8th here, lads. We could finish in 8th. Meanwhile, though, with Gio, oh, he's not. He's been overtaken by Grosjean. The tyres have fallen off the absolute cliff there with Gio. I tried to push him way too hard. But with Leclerc, across the line, this will be for 8th place. It's fantastic. Great stuff there. Great stuff from Charles. Awesome. That is... How many points is that? 4 points. 4 points for Charles Leclerc. Fantastic. Bravissimo, Charles. Absolutely awesome. Awesome, awesome stuff. I don't know if I'm going to say it right. I think it's Grando Tutti. I think absolutely awesome, awesome stuff, Charles. Get in there. Get in. Get in. Absolutely awesome. Italy goes wild there. 8th place for Charles Leclerc. Fantastic. I've got a beaming smile. 2 episodes gone, 2 points. This is it. This is the start of the up and up for Alfa Romeo. Come on. There we go, 4 points. There we go. Leclerc is ahead of Gasly and Grosjean now. 14th place in the standings. There we go. 8th place. And you know what? If we have another finish like that, we're on the back of Toro Rosso for 7th. That is awesome. Oh, what a great episode. Guys, smash that like button. This one, just like last episode, this one deserves over 1,000 likes for getting that many points now. We're on the up. This is a smooth curve upwards. I'm loving this now. I was really getting quite pissed off a couple episodes at this career mode so far. But now, we're actually seeing some progress. You know, stuck with it. And, you know, the patience is paying off now. And we've got new unlocks for these guys. Light-footed and intermediates. And engine expert for Leclerc. Higher engine modes make no longer impact condition. Okay, decent. And we're getting money. Fantastic. Everything is looking absolutely rosy in my world. Front wing built as well. It couldn't get any better, guys. It couldn't get any better. Let's end it on that. Let's end it on a high. Absolutely awesome. Guys, smash the like button if you have enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.